Hey guys, this is just another test here. I wanted to kind of see what my capabilities are for live streaming while I'm out and about at some of the places where I like to film. This is one of the private abandoned parking lots where I sometimes go to film. I want to show you this really cool graffiti behind me here. I got some pictures of that today, and I will load that up on Instagram. Now, if you watched my recent video about the nomad lifestyle and how, camps and things like that I've found out in the woods, there was kind of a group of people who were living. This is only one of several abandoned buildings in this block. There was a group of people who were living here. I think they've since moved on. I did peek behind the building and found remnants of a camp. It looks like they haven't been there in a while. So I've been wanting to come over here and film for a little while. I mean, this is going to be a quick one. I'm on my lunch break, so I just wanted to get over here and test my live streaming capabilities without 5G. This is a spot where I do not have 5G. So if you're watching this and you want to comment down below, what the audio and visual looks like, that will help. Hey Lekmud, it's good to see you. How are you? You can let me know what the video quality is like. Hey, Coin Collecting with Tyler, I saw that you were back. I need to get over to your channel. Yeah, I need to come visit. It's good to see you back. We missed you. So I was actually going to do a quick video today talking a little bit about why financial prepping is prepping, and that's what we're going to talk about. I've been doing good, man. I finally blew past 1,000. I just need to get some watch hours now. I'm sitting at about 2,000 watch hours, so I got a long way to go. How about you? How's your watch hours? Thank you, Miss Southern Belle. I was actually just watching your videos a little while ago. So thank you. So financial prepping is prepping, right? So I'm a contributor to several groups on Facebook where we talk about, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. You're at 1,200. Okay. Keep going, man. Got to get the live streams going. That's what I've heard, is that's where the watch time really starts to come in. So I'm part of several Facebook groups for prepping where I do regular contributions on foraging and things like that. And yeah, we need to get that monetization money going. Absolutely. That actually ties into what I'm talking about today. But one of the questions that always comes up in the prepping groups is, I'm just getting started. People say, I'm just getting started. I feel overwhelmed. I don't know where to get started. Well, my answer is always the same. And that is, you need to have some cash savings. Is not sexy, okay? Everybody wants the bug out bag, the fancy knife, the cool flashlight, and those can be really good things to have too, but really it's having some cash savings. Ideally, a couple months worth of cash savings will get you out of most jams. 95% of emergencies, it's gonna save you, right? There's been, and part of my live streaming series, I'm going to talk about, hey Patricia, it's so good to see you. When are you going to upload a video? I keep checking your channel. And how's college going? So I got to work on this. I get distracted so easily. So when you have the couple months worth of cash savings, right? I've lived through several survival situations, tornadoes, hurricanes, close encounters with copperheads. And I'm going to be talking about all of those things. But for so many of those things, like, if you have to bug out because of a category 4, hey Coin Girl, it's good to see you. If you have to bug out because of a category 4 hurricane, you're going to need some cash. If you take damages to your property, because I bet it has, Miss Patricia. Just hang in there. I had times when I was doing my studies for university where I wanted to drop out. Stick with it. It's worth it. Sorry, guys. It'll pay off. So when we've had to bug out for like a really bad hurricane, or you take storm damage, you're going to need cash. If you have a medical emergency, you're going to need cash. There will be time to get the cool, sexy bug out bag and, the 511 clothes and the cool knife, and, the Olight flashlights, the pew pew pews and all those fun things that preppers like to play with. But you got to start with cash savings. So once you've got that, then I usually tell people the next thing you got to do is you got to have some food storage, right? So you store your dry canned goods. And Beans and rice, beans and white rice are definitely, hey Gail, Southern Living. Beans and white rice is a good staple. Pasta and red sauce, we always store a ton of that on our property. And you want to get up to minimum of a month of dry food, shelf stable food that's going to last a very long time. So, you're talking about now, if you've gotten a couple months worth of cash savings and minimum of a month worth of food, try to go for 2 months of food, try to get 3 months of food. And then sometimes people get into storage issues, and I totally get that. Then you're going to, meanwhile, you're building your skills like gardening, foraging, so that you're not completely dependent on your shelf-stable food. And then I want to ask my friend, I lost that, Lekmud, sorry. Titan Preparedness, good to see you. I was saving some food before you start building your underground bunkers. Yeah. Then after you've done those two things, pasta vanished from the shops, and toilet paper, yes. And store some toilet paper. I think we've all learned our lesson this time. Then after you've done all that, right, after you've got your couple months worth of savings and your food storage, then you can start thinking about some of the other more fancy things, okay? And that's also came to say hello and check out your channel. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribe. We drop videos twice a week. I talk a lot about preparedness today. I'm talking a little bit about financial preparedness. And Lekmud, if you could post that question again, because I'm on my phone, I couldn't see it. It scrolled back by too fast. And I haven't figured out how to look at that, how to see it inside when I'm streaming from the phone. So when you get past the couple months worth of food storage and couple months worth of cash savings, you start getting a little bit more fancy with your preps. And I think that's where I would also recommend you start thinking about silver and gold too. Awesome. Thank you so much, Coral One. And I love silver and gold, right? So I love silver and gold. It's always going to be a part of my preps. And people who say that that's not really a good prep, they're only thinking of like end of the world scenarios. If like a zombie apocalypse happens, right, or a comet smashes into the earth, yeah, silver and gold aren't going to help you. Okay, everybody agrees on that. But that's like least likely scenario. Most likely you're going to deal with, right, your emergency storms, things like that, medical issues. You may have a layoff. Things like that are your most likely scenarios, and that's what you should prepare for first. And you build up to end of the world type of scenarios. Your second most likely is, hey, Adrian, Nico, glad you guys caught the live stream. So good to see you guys. Your second most likely after that is then you start getting into longer term scenarios like your recession, pandemics, things like that. That stuff can go on for months, sometimes even years. And that's where, you want to have some investments, things like that, so you can get some passive income going. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But I like stocks that can give, and by the way, before we go any further with this, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Have you heard of liquid silver? I don't know that much about it. Are you talking about colloidal silver? That I do know a little bit about. That actually has some medicinal uses. But, passive income stocks, thanks Adrian and Nico. Passive income stocks is like, I'm talking about your big S&P 500 companies, Coca-Cola, things like that. So this is not financial advice. I'm just a YouTuber who likes to walk in the woods and eat the plants that the grocery store and the berries that the grocery store won't sell to you. So you probably shouldn't listen to me. But Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Disney, things like that, ones that throw out, they give you a dividend, so you're actually building another income source, okay? I like to buy those, and I hold on to those, and I like to get the dividend income. That's in addition to my silver and gold. So what's the silver and gold for? Well, it has a couple purposes. If I retire at some point, and I haven't needed that because thank God we haven't had any kind of really bad disaster situation, then that's going to get inherited by, or either I can sell it in my retirement and partially fund my retirement that way, or I can gift that to my stepdaughter as part of her inheritance. There's all kinds of things, so it doesn't go to waste, right? And if we had a long-term scenario, like let's say, God forbid, we had a war on American soil and the supply chain really got messed up, okay? People say, well, precious metals, 2021, brass, lead, yep, brass and lead too, absolutely. People say, well, that's not going to be a tradable commodity. People are going to want bullets, Band-Aids, beans, batteries, right? All of that is true. All that is true. But if you look at historically, when there's been real bad long-term scenarios, World War II, the Great Depression, Civil War, things like that, throughout human history, for all of civilization, precious metals have been part of that barter system, okay? And the reason being is that even those really bad situations, right? So I'm sure that in World War II, there were a lot of people who thought this is the end of the world. I'm sure of it. And even during those type of situations when people may think it's the end of the world, it's probably not the end of the world. And civilization will rebuild in some form. Where people gather, there will be a form of government. And you would want to have some precious metals in those kind of situations for, the rebuilding of whatever comes afterwards. That's what precious metals are for, those three things, okay? Way to make power, yep, you definitely want some of that. I love battery banks. There's some concerns in the prepping community for short-term situations. Definitely want a generator. I'm working on that prep this year. We haven't decided which one we're going to get. But the concern for longer-term situations where there might be civil unrest is your generator is going to give away your position. They're two different situations, right? So for most situations, a generator is going to prove pretty handy. And my wife is a baker, so we have to think about that issue, which is she has product, and we've already, during hurricanes, we've lost hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of food because we didn't have a generator. So that's, after a couple power outages, it kind of pays for itself. All right, how am I doing on time? That's about 12 minutes. I'm going to have to, pretty soon here, I'm going to have to wrap up my lunch break. I just wanted to tell you guys, and I got to get back to work. I wanted to tell you guys about a couple things. Tonight, around 8:30, I've got a Hey Her Healthy Home, good to see you. I've got a video coming out about how I got free gold, okay? And I'm not going to tell you how I did that here. You got to watch tonight if you want to watch that. Friday, I've got a brain training series coming out, and we're going to be doing more of these live streams. So I appreciate everybody who popped in. I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. Go enjoy the rest of your lunch break, or if it's breakfast because you're on West Coast, go enjoy your breakfast. I'll see you guys tonight. Check out my video tonight. Thank you so much. Keep planting your seeds. Keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge.